Have you ever thought what life would be like in another dimension? Of how it would feel to walk with dinosaurs, or to fly through the vast regions of outer space? The future may be closer than you think, so buckle up and hang on as we explore virtual reality and marketing.
Marketers have always looked for ways to utilize new technology to communicate with consumers, from audio plays and adverts over the radio, to commercials on television and product placement in shows, to search-based ads on social media today. With each new invention, the reach of these marketers expands. Not only that, but they can ensure that they are consistently bringing in the next generations of consumers who are growing up with that new technology.
With so much technological progress over the past century, the natural question is, what's next? Well, the answer might be here in the form of virtual reality, headsets that allow users to immerse themselves in virtual worlds. The Virtual Reality Society, yes, that exists, defines virtual reality officially as a three-dimensional computer-generated environment which can be explored and interacted with by a person. That person becomes part of this virtual world or is immersed within this environment and whilst there, is able to manipulate objects or perform a series of actions. So something so mind-bogglingly awesome must cost an arm and a leg, right? Well, yes and no. While high-end virtual reality systems like the Oculus Rift and Zeiss VR1 are at the expensive end of the market, retailing at around £400, cheaper alternatives like Google Cardboard, literally just a cardboard box, make virtual reality extremely affordable. Google Cardboard and other budget VR headsets utilize smartphones to bring VR to the viewer through the Google Cardboard app. And since nearly everyone has a smartphone and $20, nearly everyone can use VR.
That's good for marketers because it means it's easily accessible to a wide variety of people. Because virtual reality has reached the point where commercially viable products are coming to market, marketers have a new immersive medium that they can use to tell stories and engage with audiences in an unprecedented way. It gives marketers the opportunity to provide their audience with the closest experience they can get from a product, service, or place without the need to physically be there.
Let's look at an obvious fit, the tourism industry. How does a hotel, cruise, or holiday company convince someone that it can offer an amazing experience when the person has never tried it? A brochure or website gets you so far, but actually taking them to the destination and allowing them to walk around the accommodation, to look at the views, to be in the experiences, that's the sort of tangible experience that gives a real sense of what it would be like and sells it like no other medium. Marriott Hotels has already implemented this, offering newly married couples VR honeymoon experiences through their Teleporter 4D experience. So not only is this a strong visual tool, it's utilizing all senses to quite literally teleport guests to another place. And while this is a fun experience for guests, it may also help them plan future trips where they might just stay at another Marriott. Another common marketing tactic that brands do is to associate themselves with an event through sponsorship. But VR provides an opportunity to be more closely involved with a specific event rather than just putting their name on a shirt or a ball. For example, Red Bull offers VR experiences alongside its extreme flying races so fans can experience what it's like to be in the plane instead of just watching it. This can deepen brand engagement and can extend it well beyond a physical venue. VR also provides customers the opportunity to experience or try the product before buying it. This is very important in order to convince someone that your product is better than previous versions or other competitors. Especially when it comes to the automobile industry, the test drive is essential to selling cars. Virtual reality eliminates the need for customers to visit the showroom and lets them experience a personal test drive while configuring the car to their needs at any place and at any time.
VR can also be very important for market research. It allows companies to understand how customers feel about their experience in a physical space such as a new store, theater, shopping center, etc. Factors such as the planned layout, color scheme, and product range is vital to know before investing in building the new physical space. This holistic, accurate approach can provide the company with a compelling set of insights. For example, Tesco created this virtual store so people could walk around it before it was built. Another way that VR provides a groundbreaking opportunity to attract consumers is through live streaming content from a sports event or performance. This is a way to sell the best seat at a stadium or theater for as many times as you would like. People anywhere in the world could have access to what it feels like to be at an event, even when they're thousands of miles away.
Because the retail sector has the challenge of adapting to trends such as showrooming, it faces the problem of consumers going elsewhere to make a purchase. To fix this, companies such as the clothing brand Ted Baker are providing shoppers a whole retail world to explore in virtual reality. This can wow them while inspiring them to buy their products.
But of course, The place where we see VR the most right now is in the gaming industry. VR fits gaming like a glove, and we see this already in the market through Oculus Rift and PlayStation VR. Offering a VR experience takes gaming to a different level altogether, and the gaming industry will certainly be a leader in bringing awareness of virtual reality to the average consumer.
A potential opportunity that has yet to be exploited with virtual reality is the delivery of VR content to smartphone apps. This would provide brands additional opportunities to communicate with consumers. It could change the relationship of viewers and the content. While Google Cardboard is currently up and running, the app selection is limited to several locations and very simple games. This library should grow in the near future though, which gives marketers a better picture of what consumers will want in their personal VR experiences.
Of course, implementing virtual reality strategies will not be without its challenges. As VR is still an innovation in its infancy, it will require teaching consumers both what it is and how to use it, as well as making sure everyone has access to VR before it can be used on a widespread level. That being said, early results have been extremely positive, which have been a huge factor on high future estimates. Marketers estimate that VR is set to become a $1 billion industry in 2016, and there are predictions that the industry could be worth $80 billion by 2025. Also, by 2020, the VR industry will have distributed 30 million headsets globally.
What makes virtual reality such a useful medium is that it works across so many different industries. We've seen it in the tourism industry, the food industry, the auto industry, the sports industry, the fashion industry, and many, many more. Even McDonald's is using VR in Sweden as a way to replace Happy Meal toys. While there is temptation to use VR to seem up to date with the latest technology, brands will have to remember to keep any VR endeavors on brand. Simply implementing VR does nothing if it's just being used without any real strategy. Virtual reality is a tool, not a substitute for identity. We have seen some very creative uses so far, and that's just the beginning. Reaching the next dimension is right around the corner, and the next few years for virtual reality should be very exciting.